Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. Let me introduce myself. My name is Zani FITRIYANTO, student number 2231-20150, class CF22DX. Here I will explain a little about the basic concept of the algorithm as a course assignment, analysis, and algorithm strategies. Firstly, the understanding of an algorithm is that an algorithm is a method or step that is planned in an orderly manner and sequential to solve or break down the problem with instructions or activities. Whereas the definition of an algorithm according to experts is, according to Kani in 2020, an algorithm is an effort with a sequence of operations arranged logically and systematic to solve a problem to produce a certain output. Some experts consider algorithms as a series of steps that must be followed in mathematics or calculations to solve other problems, especially computers. It means all logical arrangements arranged in a certain learning system order and used to solve a certain problem. We can say it like an algorithm. Then the history of the algorithm, that is, at the time Al-Khwarizmi wrote a book with the title Al-Jabbar and Al-Muqabala, which means the book of recovery and teaching, or the book of reservation and reduction from the book title. That's also where we get the word algebra, or more with algebraic terms. Then Abu Abdullah ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi, born in Khwarizm between 770-840 AD, a city in the south of the Oxus River, now called Uzbekistan. In 770 AD, Al-Khwarizmi was one of the famous scientists of his time. There are several branches of mathematics that were found, among others called autonomous and allegography. Then we move on to the types of algorithms. There are several types of algorithms on computers, the first of which is recursion. It's a function algorithm that calls itself repeatedly so that the problem can be solved correctly. Then the second, divide and conquer, will break down big problems into small ones. This type of algorithm actually consists of two main parts: breaking down the problem into more independent and smaller sub-problems than other similar problems. Secondly, breaking down the original problem after being able to select smaller problems separately. Then the third one, dynamic programming. Dynamic programming will work by binding the results of past processes and also using it to find new results. Then the fourth is greedy. This type can be used to automatically filter problems. For optimization in this algorithm, we can find the more optimal local solution without exhausting it. Don't worry about the consequences that will happen in the future, and we can find a more globally optimal solution. Then the fifth is brute force. The concept of this algorithm is actually very simple. During this process, brute force integrates all possible solutions to find one or more solutions. It might be possible to cover the problem. Then the sixth one is the backtracking algorithm. That is a technique that can focus on different problems, recursion, and trying them to find solutions by reminding a part of the problem at the same time. If the solution fails, we can delete it and look for another solution. Then we move on to the function of the algorithm. After knowing the definition and characteristics of the algorithm, we must know the function of the algorithm. Is it true that the algorithm is only needed for programming? As mentioned before, the algorithm can be applied to many aspects of life. Simply put, the application of algorithms often discussed is computer programming. Besides, what are the functions of algorithms? First, they help you solve specific problems in a logical way. And the systematic algorithm can be used more than once to explain the same problem. Algorithms can also be used to help shuffle problems that are complex and simpler. For programmers, algorithms will make it easier for them to see every problem that arises. Then utilize programming to easily modify the program without completely changing the algorithm and without having to start from scratch. Then programming only needs to be changed at certain times and the program can be updated to get around the problems that arise. Then we move on to the characteristics of the algorithm. Here I will explain there are 5 types of algorithm characteristics: uniqueness or limitation. The algorithm must stop after taking a limited number of steps, i.e., there is an end goal and achieved, so the program will stop when the final goal has been achieved. The program that does not end ever stopping shows that the program contains a wrong algorithm. Then the second one, definitions. The definition itself is that each step must be accurately dominated and not ambiguous or certain. The third one is input or input. This input is a known issue and a solution that will be investigated. This algorithm does not have one or more inputs that require the amount provided for the algorithm for the process. The fourth is output or output. The algorithm does not have or is judged output. This algorithm must certainly be a solution or solution to a problem. The fifth one is effectiveness. The algorithm must be efficient. Each sequence or step must be as simple as possible so it can be implemented in a reasonable time. So much now, friends, that's our complete explanation about algorithms. Please forgive us if there is any shortage. That's the explanation from me. Hopefully it can be implemented in our learning. Peace be upon you.